Hello students, today we are going to learn the poem The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. The poet Walt Whitman, 1819 to 1892. He was born on May 31st, 1819 in West Hills on Long Island, New York. He was a self-taught man. He read voraciously and he has read Homer, Dante, Shakespeare and even the Bible. In the year 1836, he was hardly 17 and he began his career as a teacher and continued to teach until 1841 and later turned to journalism as a full-time career. He even founded a weekly newspaper, The Long Islander, and edited a number of newspapers in Brooklyn, New York. In 1855, he took out a copyright on the first edition of Leaves of Grass, which consisted of 12 untitled poems and a preface. Many of you would have heard the poem, "Oh Captain, my Captain," and "When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed." These two were written by Whitman on the death of Abraham Lincoln. At the outbreak of Civil War, he was working as a freelance journalist and he visited the wounded at New York City area hospitals. And for several years, he was helping the wounded and the suffering. In 1873, he suffered a stroke that left him partially paralyzed. And after his death on 26 March 1892, Whitman was buried in a tomb he designed and had built on a lot in Harley Cemetery. Along with Emily Dickinson, the famous poet, he's considered one of America's most important poets. Now let's look at the poem, The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. The poem goes like this. "And who art thou?" said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. "Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and the bottomless sea, upward to heaven, whence, vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same, I descend to lave the drops, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only latent, unborn. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin, and make pure and beautify it. The song issuing from its birthplace, after fulfillment, wandering wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns." Now let's look at the poem once again. "And who art thou?" It's Old English. "Who are you?" Said I, I is the poet, to the soft falling shower. The poet is asking a question. Who are you? To the soft falling shower, which means the rain. Which, strange to tell, it was a very strange response because he did not expect the rain to answer his question. Gave me an answer, as here translated. The poem is the translation of The Voice of the Rain. Now the poem, The Voice of the Rain, that is the rain speaks. "I am the poem of earth," said the voice of the rain. The voice of the rain says, that is, the rain says that I am the poem of earth, I am the literature, I am the creativity of earth, I am the lyric and the music of earth. Eternal, eternal means forever. I rise impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea. Impalpable, cannot be touched. Just like vapors, I go up. This vaporization, scientific method, eternal, forever, day and night, I go up to heaven, which means towards the sky, impalpable, out of the land and bottomless sea. So hyperbola, bottomless sea, deep sea, upward to heaven. Where am I going? Upward, upward to heaven, towards sky. Whence? From where? Vaguely formed. I'm vaguely formed. I'm not in clear shape. Altogether changed and yet the same. Altogether changed and yet the same. Oxymoron, vaguely formed. There is a form, but it is vague, it's unclear. Altogether changed and yet the same. I'm changed completely, but yes, I am the same old water. Water becoming vapor and then becoming a cloud. Then what happens? I descend, I come down to lave the dross, atomies, dust layers of the globe, to quench the thirst of the earth, to clean the dust of the globe, drought, the dry times, atomies, the particles, dust layers, the dust and dirt of the globe. I bathe them, I clean them, and all that in them without me their seeds. We know that we need water so that seeds can sprout and become a plant and tree. And yes, all that in them without me, without water, without rain, they are seeds. They're latent, they are hidden, they are unborn, they're not sprouting. And forever, it's not a day, it's not a week, it's not a month, it's forever by day and night. I give back life to my own origin. What a beautiful concept. I give back life to my own origin. Rain is giving life back to earth. That is, rain originates from earth, land, sea, goes up, becomes cloud, comes down, and without rain, yes, we know that without water, the elixir of life, we cannot survive. And we cannot create it unless and until it creates itself. I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. Purity and beauty, two elements. We believe in the purity or in the quality and the sanctity of water. Sometimes we talk about different religions like Zamzam water or it's Ganga Jal. Yes, we do believe that, or we attribute the quality of purity, of sanctity to water. And beauty, yes, the earth was never beautiful, so beautiful as it looks after a rainy night. The sunlight falling on the leaves, which has water droplets on them. The most beautiful sight ever seen on earth. So, earth is beautified, purified due to rain. The song, now two lines are in bracket because this is a thought, this is a comparison, this is a parallel drawn by the poet. It's not part of the voice of the rain. The song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering wrecked around wrecked, duly with love returns. The song issuing from its birthplace, the heart, after fulfillment, that is, you listen to the poem, you listen to the lyrics, you listen to the music, and it wanders everywhere, it travels everywhere. Everybody's singing, everybody is listening, wrecked or unwrecked, with recognition, without recognition, with love, it returns. So there is a parallel drawn between music and poem of earth, that is rain. Now let's look at the vocabulary once again. Who art thou? Who are you? Eternal, never ending, impalpable, incapable of being felt by touch, the vapors, whence, where, from where, vaguely, not clearly, descend, come down, lave, wash or bathe, atomies, small particles, latent, hidden or buried, wrecked or unwrecked. It means whether cared or not cared for, doesn't affect the rain nor the poet if someone listened to the poem, that is the rain or not. So that's what the poem is all about The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Now let's look at the literary devices used in the poem. Personification. The poet used a non-living thing as a living thing in the poem. That is the voice of the rain. The rain is personified in the poem. Example of personification. And the poem of earth said the voice of the rain. Said the voice of the rain. Voice of the rain. The rain, generally non-living thing, doesn't talk. But here the poet is telling that the rain is personified. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Personification. Moving on, metaphor, an indirect comparison between the qualities of different things. I am the poem of earth. Whose I, the rain, the voice of the rain, is a poem of earth. Rain is being compared to a poem. We know that rain cannot be a poem, but yes, it is being given the qualities of a poem. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is exaggerated statement, bottomless sea. We know that there is a bottom for sea, but we do say bottomless sea. Imagery, visual description of something, soft falling shower. Soft falling shower. The combination of words brings out an image of soft water droplets coming down. So that's personification, metaphor, hyperbole, and imagery. Now, a quick recap summary. In the poem, the poet asks the rain, that is a soft falling shower, who are you? To which she replies that she is the poem of earth. It's a strange thing for the rain to reply to the poet. The rain told the poet that she cannot be touched as she rises in the form of water vapor towards the sky from the land and the bottomless sea. It changes its shape yet remains the same. The vapor changes into clouds due to condensation. It falls back on the surface of the earth to provide water to drought-prone areas, beautify and purify the earth. It provides life to the seeds inside the earth and helps them grow. The rain doesn't care if anyone bothers about her deeds or not. She completes her work, comes back home. The cycle is completed. The poet also compares the rain with a song as they both share a common journey. The song originates from the heart of the singer, travels across to fulfill the aim, comes back with love. The singer, that is the creator or originator. Hope the poem and the summary is clear to you all children. Moving on, read the extracts and answer the questions that follow. Now I'm going to read and you can try the answers. And who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Name the poem and poet. Yes, you're right. The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Who does I refer to in the first and the third line of this extract? The I in the first line is said I. Who's that? It is the poet. Yes. And third line, I am the poem of earth. Whose words? Yes, it is the rain. It is the voice of the rain. You're right. Next question. What do you understand by the phrase strange to tell? What is so strange here? Yes, you remember it right. The rain giving you an answer to a question asked is a very strange phenomenon. Next question. How has the answer been conveyed to us and what is it? The poet is trying to translate the voice of the rain and how we know what the poet thinks or what the rain thinks. The poem itself is the answer. Next question. Sorry, next extract. I descend to lay the dross at these layers of the globe and all that in them without me recedes, only latent, unborn. With that, let's look at the questions. What purpose does the rain descend from the sky? With what purpose does the rain descend from the sky? What is the purpose of the rain? To lay the draughts at knees and desk layers of the globe, to bathe, to clean the drought, to quench the thirst, to clean the dust. How does the rain help the seeds? The rain helps the seed to grow, to germinate, to sprout. What is latent and unborn? What is latent and unborn? Yes, the seeds are called as latent and unborn here because without water, they will not get life. What is the phrase lave the drought? Lave the drought means lave the drought, yes, bathe the earth, give water to earth. Thank you, children. That's all for today. Hope you have learned the lesson. The poem, The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. Please go through it, read it, watch this video again and again until you learn it. And then do try to answer the quiz, the link of the quiz which is given in the content. Happy learning. Thank you for watching.